Welcome to Drip or Drown live submissions. Big ups to everybody who submitted for the first ever Drip or Drown live. Big ups to you guys. Shout out to the Spartan Empire and the community for these first couple of submissions. We're basically just gonna review characters drip, see what we think, give it, a solid little rating. Does the rating really matter? No, but it's still fun to do. Like, you might have your own rating, you might disagree, and that's okay. You are more than welcome to disagree with whatever the I think. Now, first up from Rack Go Crazy, we got Rohan Kishibe. I think this guy's from part 4 of JoJo. I always thought he had drip. When I was watching the show, I was like, okay, this is not bad. There's a little coordination to it and stuff like that. Some fashion choices that I personally wouldn't make, but I think they make it work. So I mean, we got our first drown already. Goddamn. The first drown ever for the channel. Goddamn, Ifrit. You just got here, but that's cool. Yeah, the jacket is an interesting choice. I don't even know if is it a jacket? I'm not even sure what it really is. I do like the headband belt combo though. I think that's pretty good. The hair is a choice. So I mean, if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably say like 7.8. I think it's pretty good. Not too bad. Maybe 7.7. It's up there. I don't think it's terrible, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Not bad. All right, moving on to some Carmilla submissions. I think these are all OCs. Oh no, this is from Brawlhalla. Oh, these are Brawlhalla characters. Do they have skins in Brawlhalla? Is that what these are? Pretty fire, not gonna lie. I'm a fan. I like the shades. I'm a big fan of the shades and the hair. The spikes, the matching spikes and everything. I think it's pretty good, not too bad. You know what I'm saying? The gloves, like pretty cool, nothing crazy. But yeah, the style is there. The freshness is there. I'd probably say 8.5. 8.5 for this one, me personally. I do like Vaporwave. I'm a big fan of Vaporwave, so I'm gonna say 8.5 for her off rip. Plus, black women's bias.
The blacks.
That's just me though. All right, we got Mad Dog Mordex. Pretty cool. I think there could be a little more done. I do like the shades, what I'm saying, the accessories and stuff like that. Not as good as Queen Beat, I would say. Not too terrible. Pretty good. I like the jacket a lot. I actually do like the jacket, but I feel like, it's missing a couple of things. Like, I know he's a dog, but some shoes wouldn't have hurt. Like, just throw some kicks on. I feel like that would have really brought it all together. So I'll say 7 out of 10. Not too crazy. 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. Cidra's your 1/3 man. Give this dog some Tims. Some black Tims will really bring this together. Now, Overdrive Lucian. I wish I could zoom in a little more, but I really think he's got it as far as the group goes. This is pretty good. I'm a fan of masks. I'm a fan of caps. I like me a nice little cap. Pretty decent. The shoes are cool. I wish, we could see the full jacket, the full joint, but still pretty good. All in all, pretty good. I'd say 8.6, 8.6, 8.7. Pretty good. Like what he did with the hair as well. Pretty good. Not too bad. I do like this full picture of them, so that does give a little bit of perspective. The aura here is crazy on Mad Dog. The aura of this picture is pretty damn phenomenal. So this picture does help a lot. You can see a little bit more of his fit, justifying the 8.7 that I gave. I'd almost bump the dog up to 7.2, 7.3, because he's got the walk that goes with it. It's all drip at the end of the day. The drip goes beyond the clothing. Need y'all understand that. Motherfucker's pretty fly for a goddamn Doberman. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty damn fly for a Doberman. And then Shorty's got it for sure. With the matching bat and everything, tough little trio here that I can appreciate. All right, from Shanti, we got Masquerade from Bakugan. Interesting. You could tell what era this was, just because of the fingerless gloves and the belts. The lab coat is pretty cool. A lot of straps. I like the style. I don't think it's too bad. Pretty, you know, it's not the worst I've ever seen. The glasses are a little weird in the Super Saiyan hair. So choices were made. Ifrit, you're ruthless. Like, you a little ruthless, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, you know, it could be better. I think I'd give this one like a 6.5. You know, it's nothing that really, it's not wowing me very much, you know, so I'd probably say 6.5. I've seen better. Believe me, I've seen better. But I also like to do it in the context of like what universe it's from, and what little I do know about Bakugan is that this is kind of like along the lines of like what their styles are. But I feel like I've also seen better looking Bakugo characters. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But as far as I can see from here, 6.5. All right, we got a couple from the homie KJ. I do like this Psylocke outfit. I think it's pretty dope. Now, this is very much some Gunnar art, if I've ever seen it. The top is very dope. You know, the aspects of the sword and the ninjas, you know, the ninja style and everything. I like it. I think it's pretty dope. I think it's pretty sick. I give this like a 9. It's pretty good. The shoes that go with everything and the axes and everything, I like it. I think it's fire. So this is, you know, our first 9 so far. Plus the choker, she didn't over accessorize. I think that's important. So, you know, too many accessories can really throw things off, but I feel like, you know, the swords are kind of like those subtle, necessary accessories, if you know what I'm saying. So, I you know, it's coordinated, it's fly. I'll give it a 9. All right, up next, I'm not sure who this is. I wouldn't really call this drip. This is like loungewear, but, you know, it's still pretty fire. Not too bad. You know, I like the jacket, but then again, this is like, this isn't really go out, stunt on people drip. This is like, you know, chilling at home, throw a little something on type of drip. I'd probably give this a 5, just based on the fact that it's really nothing special. It's nothing crazy, but, you know, still solid loungewear type of 5. You know, maybe even a 4. Like, you know, honestly, it's really nothing to rave about. You feel me? It's nothing crazy. Oh, that was Kimberly. This is Kimberly from Street Fighter 6. Just FYI. Still the same score. 4 or 5 out of 10. Because honestly, Kim, we've seen way better from Kim for Street Fighter 6. Kim has some 9s, some 9.5s in her repertoire. So this is definitely, you know, a little bit of chill loungewear, sort of Kimberly from SF6. And then a sim that I made 2 years ago. The fit is fitting. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Nothing too crazy. Pretty solid. You know, brown on brown skin is always, I'm always a fan of, the gold buttons and stuff. But again, nothing too crazy. I'd probably give this like a 6. The shoe, I wish the shoes kind of went with, you know, the full outfit. Because you're going brown on brown, then the shoes got to be brown. So for that, I'm going to say like 5.5 or a 6. You know what I'm saying? The hair is doing it for sure. But yeah, a solid 6. All right, next up, Wolf threw us some folks from Windbreaker, Gachi Akuda, and Bleach. This will be fun. You know, it's hard to do school uniforms because it's like most people have on the same thing. It's really how you wear the school uniform when it comes to Drip or Drown that matters. And character design. Character design plays a big factor. So for me, it's a solid 7. You know, he does wear the uniform well. I like the shoe choice, you know what I'm saying? His hair and his, you know, his kind of split features down the middle do bring a little bit to the table. I feel like if he had a black shirt, it might do a little more for him. Or maybe some sort of something special under it that wasn't just a white tee. But then again, for his character, it kind of works. So I'm just like, all right, I'll let you have this. It's still like a 7 though. Like a solid 7. You know, if he had like a green belt, I feel like that would bump it to like a 7.5, but it's okay. Like he's not there for style. You know, we all know why he's there. Next up, we got Rudo from Gachi Akuda, who is the main character of Gachi Akuda. Now, there's a lot of drip in this show. There's a lot of drip in Gachi Akuda. Like, and honestly, truly, I like when he got his outfit, his uniform, but like, compared to everybody else in the show, he kind of falls flat. He kind of falls a little short to me. So I mean, in the aspect of the show, The mask definitely helps. So I would probably say 7 without the mask, 7.5 with, maybe 8 with it on. Like, you know, I think it's pretty solid. Yeah, but like just everybody else on the show are like 8.5, 9, damn near 10s. Like just they really got that shit on in that show. So his just kind of, even the bad guys be dressing in the show. Like he kind of just, he doesn't have the worst drip in the show, but it's kind of down there a little bit, you know, which still isn't bad. Again, in the context of the show, when it comes to, you know, it's still, 7 is still pretty damn good. 7.5 is still pretty solid. You know, it's well accessorized. There's not too much going on. You know, you got his gloves. I do like the Red Sox now that you mentioned them. So yeah, 7.5. Then we got Yorichi, who I've actually rated before. Like, I actually rated before, and I'm pretty sure I gave her like an 8. I'm always a fan of her jacket. Like her jacket definitely stands out. You know, she wears it well. She accessorizes well. This fit in particular, definitely like an 8, maybe like an 8.2, something like that. Always been a fan of Yorichi just as a character. And you know, Bleach, when it comes to drip, not a lot of shows do it better than Bleach. So when we talking about, she's amongst titans in this show. She's one of the titans for sure. So as far as the fit goes, definitely like an 8.2, 8.3 on a good day. Like drip music and culture, you cannot beat Bleach. You can't. Like when it comes to drip music and culture, you cannot beat it. It paved the way for a lot of these other anime these days, including Gachi Ikuta, if you ask me. We got Funny Valentine, who I am assuming Foot is a JoJo character. Is this a JoJo character? I want to say yes. It's a lot of pink and purple. I'm not mad at it. It's just something's off about it. Like it's almost like a mix of like what you would typically see from JoJo and like old English style. I want to say like a 6, maybe like a 6.2, 6.3. Not my favorite. And like like again, the bar is like extremely high when it comes to JoJo, and I'm talking about every part of JoJo. The bar is like through the fucking roof. So it's like a 6 in JoJo is like an 8 in most other anime, to be honest with you. You give it a 1, damn, my artistic eye hates it. It hates it is a strong word. But yeah, I think a 6 is fair. 6, 6.1. I'd go as high as a 6.3. That's probably the highest I would go for Funny Valentine. What part are they from? They're clearly from a part I haven't seen yet. I just got to part 5, so if they're not in part 5 or 6, I'm not gonna know. I'm assuming this is another JoJo character. Turu? Is it Turu? Interesting choices. Are those squirrels? You know, I do like the pants and the choice of jacket. -20 out of 10 is crazy. Y'all are relentless. Damn. Like, honestly, I like their style a little bit more than the last character. Just a little bit more. You know, I kind of like the jacket, kind of like the pants combination. I wish we could see a full fit, but I know those are hard to come by. Believe me, I know finding a full fit of a character, very hard to come by. Just from the videos I make. So I completely understand. Too many colors. Now, you know, there's nothing wrong with too many colors if they work well together. Like, I like that there's yellow in the jacket and the pants are yellow. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's coordination going on here. The lip could have been a different color, if you ask me. It would have been a perfect time for a purple lip. You know, something purple on the face, maybe a little orange on the face. You know what I'm saying? The lipstick throws it off a little bit. I agree with you on that. And I wish I could see the shoes. I feel like the shoes is what would really bring it all together. But for now, probably 6.8, solid 6.8. The hair is definitely, yeah, kind of a, it's like, what was you really thinking with this hair? Oh no. But just, that's JoJo for you. But yeah, 6.8, not too bad. Nothing, not terrible. You know, I do like the purple and black in the yellow and black. Yellow and purple, usually a pretty good combination. All right, we got our last two. Funny enough, Gliz, I just did a whole video on Psylocke. I just did a whole video on this. So if you guys want to see my full thoughts on the Psylocke stuff, it is definitely on my TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. Okay, so from Gliz, we got Psylocke, and this is one of her skins. I forgot what the name of the skin is, but this is probably one of my favorite of her newer designs. Love the pants. Love the accessories. The boots are fire. The boots are so tough. Like, and then, you know, the goggles, shades, whatever you want to call them. Like, just, You know what I'm saying? And then honestly, like the stuff she's wearing under, also part of the drip. So honestly, very, very good. Probably would say whatever I said in the video, I'm pretty sure I probably said like a 9.4 in the video, something like that. If I can remember correctly, I didn't shoot it that long ago, but I definitely posted it maybe a week or two ago. 9.4, pretty damn high, pretty damn good. Like if I were to play Psylocke in Marvel Rivals, I'd probably rock this skin. And then this one was also another one of my favorites. Like a lot of people will say it's a lot going on, but I do really like how everything's so coordinated. I like the leggings have their, like, you know, the butterfly symbol on there. Just everything's so like put together. Like, so this is another high scoring one. You know, the gloves are a choice. I know the uniform kind of represents something that most people aren't really that big a fan of, like some real imperialism kind of stuff. But it also kind of reminds me of M. Bison. And I like that it does. Like it kind of is like that little nod to like M. Bison and like, you know, Cammy and them and stuff like that. It's pretty fire. The hair was a choice. The bangs were a choice. Like just gonna put that out there. But everything else just kind of overshadows that. Still fire, still pretty good. 9.5. A solid 9.5. Really, really good. Really, really like it. Yeah, honestly, not too many other notes. The hair is just okay. I don't hate the hair, but I also just think the hair was a choice. You know, everything else, pretty solid. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn drippy. All right, that will do it for our first Drip or Drown submissions. Big ups to everybody that submitted this time. You know, if you submitted this time, you are free to do 3 more for next time. You can start today, you can start tomorrow, whenever you feel like. And we'll probably do this again 2-3 weeks from now. You know, we'll typically do these on Mondays. You must be part of the Discord to, you know, be part of it. So yeah, submit your next 3 if you want to. If you guys want to submit, make sure you join the Discord. And if you guys want to see more Drip or Drown, I submit a couple of these a week. I post a couple of these a week on my socials, so make sure you follow me on the socials as well. And yeah, we'll see you in part 2 later. Okay, that was the YouTube outro.
I was riding down the highway, taking chances. Want it now and want it my way, taking chances. Just not chickens playing mind game, taking chances. Fuck them niggas, I ain't taking sides, I'm taking chances. Pull me over, shit up in my